Hello everyone, this is Paul with Sugar Pumpkin Farm, Ripley, Mississippi. Hadn't showed you what I got growing here. Planted it a good while back, and I think I planted it about the same time I planted the pumpkins. And I hadn't done a video on it because it really hadn't done a whole lot, but it's fixing to really start popping. I wanted to sort of show you a little bit about it. This is what they call a bushel gourd. And as you can see the shape of it, it'll be just sort of big and round and have a small stem on it there. Let's see. You can see it's about as big as my hand now. And these things will just put on a whole bunch. As you can see, there's a lot of good blooms on it, and it's still just continuously growing. We got a few. I just put it on the fence line here. There's another one. Well, there's actually two. And you can see there's a lot of good blooms right there. And right there's another one. A friend of mine gave me these, and I was hoping they would come up. I actually had never grown none of this type. But anyway, she gave me one and it was huge, but she said what she done was, she had went in and she had plucked off the small ones and just left one on the vine, and it got just humongous. I had a watermelon seed end up with some of these gourd seeds, so I stuck it in the ground, and it's not doing too well. I didn't even fertilize it or anything. I just stuck it in. Actually, there was an ant bed right up in there, and I seen one little watermelon right there. I don't know that it'll make. It might not. I think that this watermelon was planted after the rest of the watermelon, so like I say, I don't know if it will, produce or not this year. Here we go again. We got more blooms. Right there is two. Right over there is one hiding. Right there is another one. These gourds, if you had never grown a gourd before, they just produce and produce and just keep on producing. Last year I grew some birdhouse gourds. And I found a bunch of them on it. See, right there is one that's just a little bit slow. I found me 2 cans, and I thought I might rattle them, with wind blowing, but all they done was tangled up on my fishing line. Didn't do no good, It's just useless. Let's see. I got another one right there. It ain't doing much pumpkin either. It's real slow. And this one right here is even worse than that. Just a poor quality seed, I guess. Like I say, there was some that a friend give me. And this one right here is just now starting to take off. I'd say that vine is about 6 foot long. And as you can see, it's got one right there. And then it's starting to bloom right on out there. But I have to say, this is actually underneath a cedar tree, and it's pointed out towards the field, so it's trying to go for the sunlight. Right here's 2 more vines. All right, I'm gonna let you follow this one. It starts right in here. Right in there, and it goes up, And then it goes right into there. And it goes down. And then back up. Now that vine there is probably stretched out. I would probably say it's probably 10 or 12 foot long. And the crazy thing about it is I see 1 or 2 blooms just now starting. But hopefully it'll kick in. And that vine right there, it's a good looking vine. It wanted to go up into the tree, so I had to bring it back down, and it ends up right here. I have to keep a pretty good eye on them. They'll be up in the trees, and I don't want them in the trees. I just tried to run them on that fence line. Like I say, I didn't fertilize these. I just stuck them out here and seen if they would grow. Another good vine here. Starts about right here. Goes all the way over to there. And that vine's a real long vine. And let's see, it's actually got a split off right here. It goes up and then it splits both ways right here. And if you look right there, there's a small gourd. And a few blooms over here. See it continuously going right here on this. And it's actually once again right underneath the tree. So that's probably why it's a little bit slower. But that's all right. They're putting on, they'll produce. I believe I'll get a good many gourds out of them. I've actually got some more up yonder at the other field that will produce a good bit. But anyway, just wanted to bring you along and show you that. This right here is my corn maze. If you've been watching, we always do like a haunted house or haunted trail. And last year we done a haunted corn maze. And this year we're going to try to do one. We're having a little bit more trouble this year because last year we had to deal with black crows and so forth. Well, this year now we got the crows and turkeys that's attacking it. And my corn is just now starting to come up. And every time I come down here, there's either turkeys or blackbirds, crows down here. And I think one reason is that it really drawed their attention is I just got done growing the sweet corn that I done the videos on. And this is in the same field I'm going to plant the, well, I've actually already planted the corn maze. But anyway, there was just some few corn left, ears of corn left, like right there. It had some corn left on it, you know, it was just too small to pick, not worth fooling with. And so I just left it, and the tractor just didn't turn it in, you know, and it just draws birds and animals and so forth. And anyway, I think that's one thing that attracted their attention to this, is that, because they're still looking for that sweet corn. And they just so happened to find the corn out here. Let's see. Right there, I do believe, is some corn trying to come up. I've seen a lot of corn that's come up, but the crows and the turkeys and stuff picking it up, trying to get something to eat. On this lower side here, It's more of it's coming up on this side because we ain't even had a rain since I put it in the ground. And I cheated on it this year. I didn't go buy no high-priced corn and put in here. Last year I used Yellow Jarvis, and it done real well. Well, this year, I went to the feed store. I bought me a sack of chicken feed, whole kernel chicken feed, and I stuck it in my planter, and I went to planting. I just wanted to see if it'd come up. I was pretty sure it would. But like we always know, them blackbirds got to have their fair share of it. So there you have that. I'm hoping that I have a little bit of corn, enough to do the corn maze this year for the kids and family night and so forth. The sweet corn, I was talked into. The guy at the feed store told me, he said, don't put any fertilizer underneath the corn. He said, when it gets up about knee high, go back, fertilize it, broadcast it. So I did. Well, in my opinion, I'm not going to do that no more. It just didn't do as well as I wanted it to. So this, I put fertilizer in with the corn. Try to get it that extra boost, hoping that the blackbirds wouldn't eat it all. So we shall see. But anyway, I wanted to bring you along and let you view some of my gourds. I wanted to show you my gourds. Hadn't talked about my gourds this year. So there you have it on the gourds. Hope y'all enjoyed that. I will post another video, when they get a little bit closer or bigger, so forth. But anyway, that's all I have for today. If you're a new viewer, please subscribe, like, throw out some comments. We do appreciate it. We're a small channel trying to grow. If you're a regular viewer, I do appreciate each and every one of you. And y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching.